Ladies and gentlemen, a very quick market update on crypto, forex, everything we do. Of course, we understand the same, we're just using all of them as investment vehicles. So very quick one. I wake up in the morning, and what am I supposed to be doing? It's to look at the market in general. And of course, I cannot look at the market in general without going to my DXY. What is DXY saying for the day? DXY look in my daily bias, DXY look bullish. And you ask me, how do you know? You can learn it. It's very simple. And also, but it looks bullish that, okay, DXY, open. I will have a close bullish yesterday, and then we have an open and a continuation of bullish pattern of yesterday. So give and take, I have all this narrative created before. And so say maybe DXY to hit up to 105.94 and all of that. But nevertheless, so you want to look back and see that there was a kind of fair value gap left yesterday. And that means hitting here, with chances are there we can return back even up to down to this point in the later of the days, probably from now to next week. So, but closing of today, Friday, so that means we could go up to this point. So if that happened, what's going to be implication on Euro USD? And actually Euro USD and all of that, they opened and then this is what we had. And they have a kind of reversal, as it were, because of the DXY. And these guys were supposed to be bullish though. And then we have it return back. And so that means chances are there we can float back to 1.26146. So definitely this week, there's no opportunity for you again to trade forex as much as you want to on Lexad. If this guy, as I say, rally up to this point, can still give you little access to your Euro USD, as it were. And I was talking about gold, how bullish it was coming for the day. So this is what's called gold. When we come in the morning, was at about 2351 or something around that range, or 2341. Yeah, I think I remember 2341, and was looking bullish, and then felt that okay, because one of the things I've discovered in gold is that it has a kind of barrier, a kind of bias of beginning of the week or middle of the week and end of the week, Friday like this. Always get parabolic. If it's going to crash, it will crash massively. And you can't rule out that the fact that we have support, very nice support. Expected that, okay, if you return back here, to bounce from here. And of course, we have seen the very strong support level we have had on gold. Nevertheless, the structure looked more confusing and all of that. So if that's the case, we're having gold in that dimension that, okay, gold should go up. But Bitcoin was bearish, extremely bearish, like when we check in the morning and I say, okay, this is what's going to happen to Bitcoin. It opened very bearish. So having a kind of chance of if we cross over to 65 plus, and then we could rally it up massively. And in other words, so this center looked like a no trade zone, okay? Looked like a what? No trade zone. Okay, you can trade though. Okay, so don't say, fairly say no trade zone. That's why I don't want to trade. So I call this place no trade zone. No trade zone. No trade zone. Why don't I be able to trade? No, you can trade, but I will not trade. Okay. All right. And if I must trade, I will tell you what I will do. So this is no trade zone for me as far as this center is concerned. Now, so what you want to have is that a nice break up to this region, and then you can have it massively rock down. So, but we have this psychology level to still hold 64K plus as long as we didn't go below 64K. And so then this, if we don't rally up here, even when we rally up here, it's just to have it in a bounce. You can now see that we return back to this sideways move again. So we are now at the lower range band, okay? At that time, we're above, going up to, between this range. And now we have a separate range now, 67K region to 61K region. So if we rock down to about 61,000, that will now become a new zone that we'll be struggling with. So the zigzag movement will continue in that dimension. So you can now see that if I must train this season, what exactly should I do? So I'm just giving you guys an update. So now, as Bitcoin is doing this, how will I be able to trade and make money? I'm going to show you, and that was why I make a mention is that it's either you stay out of the market or you trade with little leverage and, a kind of short range of profit target, okay? So now let's quickly looking at spot, futures, Forex and all of that. What exactly am I supposed to do? So that you now have to go down to lower time frame. So I go down to lower time frame. So from day one day, I scroll down to 1 hour. So of course, you see that in going to 1 hour, DXY actually was bullish. So you can see this is today, and then we kind of then the continuation and all of that. So it's still very hyper move. It's just a pullback that it's doing now, and then we're not going to be surprised, just like probably go up to 105 point something or 106. I will check what is there any economic news today. You can quickly check and tell Forest Factory that could aid DXY movement. So you have to be conscious. Today is 21st of June, 2024. And so you know to look at okay. So there are news for Euro. You could check all of those things. Oh, all those news are negative for Euro. This wonder. So Euro and two news for GDP coming. So Euro, I think greater should be actual greater than forecast is good for. So so Euro is weak, or at least sentimentally, okay? Greater than forecast. This is lesser. This is lesser. Greater to be better, but this is lesser, and all yada yada yada. All of them are lesser. All of them lesser. And then what should be healthy for the currency? Now looking at GBP. So looking at GBP, if the news to is not favorable, then you may have continued drop of Euro USD, and so anything with Euro may have issues, just like Euro may have issues again. And so you can see the effect on their movement when they were supposed to be rallying up. And so if I go to lower time frame, so let's quickly look at Euro USD. Let's look at Euro USD, right? Look at Euro USD, and so that's the effect, right? That was the effect. So Euro USD, that was a massive drop. Yeah, that was a massive one. Back down here. Okay, and then GBP, we're waiting for GBP. If the news is not favorable for GBP, then we're going to see a massive effect for it to further drop crazily, and that will be massive. That's GBP. Yeah, GBP, where is it? There was a news on GBP. This one was healthy. Greater than forecast, good. So this was healthy for it. Then this was not a major news. This is not the major news. If not, it was lesser. So we're going to look at what happened the next 3 minutes. So we'll come back there. So now let's quickly go back to what we're doing, looking at GBP USD. So now that means you may want to look at like GBP JPY. All right. So there any news for JPY? If there are favorable news for JPY and then the news against GBP is not favorable, then you can have GBP, JPY flashing down correctly. Probably let's take up this way, back to the former order block. So let's look at, do we have any news on GBP, on JPY? They are not strong news. So they are not strong news. So that's what you see. So I want to see if the news is positive, then you can have a rally up. But if it's negative, either the news is favorable for GBP, for JPY or not, then you can have GBP flash down. So let's look at the next few minutes, right? To record more of about something, maybe 50 to 60 or 50 to 80 pips. Okay, so gold is bullish. Like I told us that it's usually bullish Friday or bearish. So it's gonna go parabolic as it were. That's one of the things you need to know about gold. So look at the 1 hour time frame. So you can see the continuation of gold. So 1 hour time frame for since yesterday, of so many days back now, it has been bullish, right? So that's one thing about gold you need to understand. So I said, okay, so let's take GBP AUD. So if the news is not favorable, then GBP AUD too. So we'll have in few minutes, let's refresh. All right. If it's negative, you are going to even see the buyer starting now. Let's look at GBP USD. GBP USD. Okay. Oh, fantastic. Guys, can you see what I say? GBP. I've told you the news is not positive for them. So the news is not positive for them. Let's look at it. Refresh. My other platform will have given me the outcome. These guys should just be wasting your time for nothing. This one, so greater than, supposed to be the best. Okay, greater than is better. And then we have, okay, this one is better, favorable. So this one, greater than should be the best, but it's negative. So it should be a neutral effect, but you know, the psychological issue, right? First of all, it first move. Now the second one, actually, yeah, that's one of the things about news. You have people who have gone ahead to set some move because of what they actually projected. So the first one, so it could neutralize it or could just make it of normal market structure to play out. If the two were to be negative, then you will have seen, and that first move you saw here, that's how people lose money. They don't wait to verify the news. So you can see now, instead GBP USD now is bouncing. So you are going to see the effect possibly today. Bias ordinarily was supposed to be bullish, right? But unfortunately, there were some things that triggers the movement down and all of that. Okay, so now let's look at, okay, I've told you gold was bullish since morning, I said it. Now let's go to the crypto. So Bitcoin, so I told you Bitcoin is bearish. And that you can see from today, bearish. So Bitcoin has lost over how many percent? It's about 1 point something percent already lost. And so once we break this point, then we're going to go crazily more down, maybe 61,000 plus. And so that means anything $64,050. So I may be looking for a short for Bitcoin. Looking for a short about 61,000 plus. Okay, and that's one of the things I want you to. So now you can pay attention to some coins and then you stay and follow them up like Ethereum, Pepe, Floki, Weave, Solana, Ondo, Lido, MakerDAO, FTM, ENS, Injective, TIA, and Brett. Now, so let me just open. Then the other one is that because of margin, there are 3 coins that are going to be merged to what they call ASI, October. First is FET. So let me just quickly check it. Should I be buying FET or what will happen? That was why for how many days? 3 days ago on the 18th, FET actually did a massive move, right? So FET did about how many percent? That's about 52%. That was massive, you know. So let's look at it on daily time frame. So let's look at fetch. Let's look at fetch. So fetch actually moved very well. About 50 something percent. So that was here, about 50 something percent. From down anyway, about 50 something percent. And go over here, fetch. Oh, fetch. So there are about 3 coins. So you want to pay attention. And so if they can command more crazy stuff, and then, all right, so here you can see it more better. So fetch did move. It's about 54 to 56, 7% thereabout. So, but yesterday was bearish. And so what could not happen? So if you look at it, it was bearish throughout yesterday, move up, and then so today, let's go. Today, fetch became bearish, however. Okay. So even if whatever, so you could see bearish for fetch, probably it will come down. Now, but you want to monitor and see that if fetch, when Bitcoin flash down, finish its journey, if it's going to, this is 4-hour time frame. Now, this can go maybe just pass up to some level of 1.58 to 1.63. Let me look at it. Okay, just 4% move. So, but now the challenge, so fetch, the next is called Ocean, AGX and Ocean. These are 3 coins that are going to be in conversion. You can see almost the same structure they have. That was massive. So these are fundamentals. So what prompted this structure was fundamental new. So people have sentiment towards envisaging what probably will manifest itself when you can see purely the same structure. There was no different in their structure, right? And we'll have a very massive rally. So that's why sometimes I always tell us to pay attention to fundamentals updates. Okay? Fundamental updates are very, very important to pay attention to. All right, so, and so let me look at FTM. So FTM, so I actually have a bullish bias towards FTM since that FTM could move more up. And then on a daily time frame, let's look at it. So FTM closed bullish yesterday. You can imagine that was a massive move today for FTM. And so we still have a bullish momentum for FTM to still rally up and all of that. So now if I go back to a lower time frame, I'll quickly do this. FTM. So let's look at FTM. So if Bitcoin rock down, I will want to. So FTM is still bullish and all of that. So most time so from 1 hour go to 15 minutes. Most time I always warn us because market could be bullish but can range sometime and you will be waiting. You want to right. So now this is the caution I said to people. I said, if you know that if you know that, so now it's creating a range. So let's say this was a high, right? It was a previous high. Let's just take the week anyway. The recent high, okay? And then all of these that's still doing then the recent low. Let's so take this. Okay. So now you could say, so if you look at it, look like a double top. Let's take line chart. Can you see? So now, but this is what we're looking for. What will now happen to this guy? So I'm going to have something like this, back down here, and then pull up. So ordinarily inside here is supposed to be a kind of watch and wait. But within a lower time frame, you can still be making money in it. So what do? I can go to 1 minute or 15 or 5 minutes. So this is 15 minutes. I'll go to 1 minute and look at this range. But you got to be careful even when you're in this range. You understand? You got to be careful. So let's take this guy here. So what I will invariably be doing here in this 1 minute, yeah, you can see this has formed a structure. Probably just it's an internal structure. And so if I must trade this, all right, I want to see now this structure are formed, up and then hit and then get rejected, rally down, and all of that. It's a sign of weakness though, right? Now, it's not sign internal structure you need to understand. So sometimes this is where people say, okay, I don't use stop loss and all of that. Now, I have another week here. Remember, you are just gambling around this. Why do I have this? So let me just take this to be like red so that I will not confuse myself. Then I have this one. And then red too. Okay, makes sense. So what I want to be doing in between is that come back here, right? And then look at the market got rejected here. Now, two things happening. It's either to bounce up here and reject here. I want to be selling down to this point or here. So if that means, so if I take my, so let's see here, that I'm selling down, of course, this is the challenge. So go here. Okay, it's actually selling down. So what's the next thing I'm going to be waiting for? So this is 1:2. So because this is actually the resistance that give you an opportunity of selling, right? This 1:. So this is 0.45. So this 1:4. That's too big. Now, but you may do that, but that's too big anyway. So I'm now saying, okay, you know what? If you return back here, I'm going to be selling back to this point. So ordinarily, you shouldn't be looking at 1:4. But if it give you fine, you should be looking at what? 1:2. Simple. You can easily close the trade. So let's say 1:2, that's going to be how many percent? 0.9%. You use 10x or you use 20x. So if I use 20x, 1:9. So for the purpose of just having 1%, I probably could push it down a little, right? But don't do that. So because just use risk reward ratio. Sometimes I just stay with it. Sometimes I stay with it. And exactly what I do is that as I stay with it and the market has come and I push it down here, now I monitored it and allow the guy to, once he move, I just push my stop loss to trail it. So before we actually finish with this, we'll come back to see what guy is going to do if he push down here and get rejected. So I'm going to be buying up and we'll do it together, okay? And so, but you already know that you are within this box. Now, any aggressive move, so any aggressive move down here, so let's say, let's take a line part. What's this? Okay, so let's take something. So any aggressive move, for instance, aggressive move here, and then probably up, okay, probably another one, and then you have this somewhere here, okay, or whatever. And then you're going to have another one, not up to that, and then maybe up, and you want to have it got broken. Now, this is what happened. So let me just quickly explain in a layman language without stressing so much or speaking big English about, what mostly referred to as smart money concept. Now, the whole essence about smart money concept, let me make it a layman language you need to understand. It's not all the time that it happens. One of the good things is just that, like I'm saying, it's not all the time this does happen. Okay? It's not all the time. It does not happen all the time. It's just that market structure, you need to understand market structure in a nutshell. Now, understanding market structure will help you. Okay? Let's go delete this guy. Sorry, guys. Okay, so now this is the thing. Now the market is confused, right? Because this is 1 minute time frame. Now this is an internal structure. Now, because if you go back, you're going to see that this was the previous high, the recent high, and this was the recent low. How? Now we go back to 15 minutes. Let me quickly go there. Please, I'm not doing detailed training, and just so that while you are waiting, you don't entangle yourself. Now the market was actually moving up, right? And down. This is what you have. So this was a high, okay? So let's take from here, a noticed one. This is here, okay? So working with this now, this was a high, okay? And then recent high was this, and then a low. Now, we're now in between. Okay, even though we say this one is a low, because this one is lower than this, we've not had a high. So this one need to be taken off for us to have another recent high. Now, so this is what you done did. You get back to 1 minute and you're saying, let's see what happened here. So you go back to 1 minute, and that's why we did this structure. Now, going back to 1 minute, we're expecting this to play out. I said, if it's going to be a manipulation, that's a kind of smart money model, which you know that smart money model, they talked about so many language to it. But so many language to read, like they talked about, right? They talked about accumulation, right? Accumulation, liquidation, mitigation, okay, and continuation. Mitigation, continuation, and distribution. So all of these happen within a range. And so, I'm sure you'll be hearing when they talked about liquidity graph and all the like. So they talk about liquidity graph, and just a moment. So they talked about the liquidity graph and all the like. So what exactly are you looking at when you talk about liquidity graph and all of that? What you are saying is that market is just looking for a way to, it's a psychological calculation. What's the calculation? It is expected that when market is ranging, many things about liquidity is that, okay, what's liquidity? We're looking for where people place order. And where likely people will place order stop loss is an order because it's already fixed. Somebody has placed an order either for buy or sell, or a pending order that when the market break out and retest and buying, right? So it means this range now is a place where market will break out. Now, another person somebody said a buy here or a sell. So either I say a buy here and put stop loss below here, or we'll put a sell here and put stop loss above here. You get it now. So either ways, and the same vein, when somebody to set stop losses and pending order just like this now, it is expected, understand that this does not play out all the time. It's just that oftentimes, the reason why this gets choky is the fact that there's some manipulation in the market. So you must understand it, right? So there's some manipulation in the market that will play out, and that's what you are working towards. Now, for me, I come into the market in the morning and I look at the daily bias. Like I told you, Bitcoin is bearish, and then there's nothing you can do about it. So it was bearish, and I say for today, Bitcoin is bearish. So for that, now, so it is expected that, okay, people too, again, tend to enter a market. Okay, how? They tend to enter a market here. Look at it. Maybe this point. Let me just take this. Okay, they entered. Okay, let's take it this way. Uh-oh. Okay, so let's say I want to push and then my mouse is messing up. Okay, I think I'll just take this, okay? So this is a point. So from point to point, right? You understand, from point to point, tend to grab liquidity, tend to grab. So all those, because sometimes people speak so much advanced English. Now you can, no, this is 1 minute time frame. So it's more on higher time frame. So you know that people here, now this is a trend line, right? So they are aware that people come to wait here. That immediately markets what? Break down and probably retest. It will be going the other way. And so they will now say, they will now click sell. Now, when they click sell, what do? They will put stop loss above here. So taking sell position and put stop loss above here. Now, this market, how will I know? Because there will be a kind of massive drop, break this trend line. So they know that as market do higher, 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 low, higher, higher, low, and all of that, they know that, okay, people are going to be setting market to sell here. Now, selling here, I put my stop loss, sell here. Now, the market push and everybody jump into the market. That is inducement, or what they call initiation. So initiation, so there's many, many English. So they have accumulation, okay? Accumulation, even before liquidation, there's initiation. So let me quickly add that. There's so many things around this. So accumulation, initiation, okay? Accumulation, initiation, all right? Mitigation, continuation, and distribution. Now, however, sometimes even what you call liquidation, some call it purge, all right? So now sometime, all right, sometime when the market push down this way, right, it was actually initiate the movement. And then it will return back and another crazy long one, which is the liquidation. Now, so people now pay attention to that long one, the liquidation candle. And that's where people have what they call order block, right? Because it's going to create a kind of fair value gap there. And so they call it order block. And the market return up. So for instance, like this now, we are waiting. I told you guys that if I was in this market, I will have short here. Haven't seen that it was rejected and all of that. You short here. But that you are scalping. And so I wouldn't wait for 3x or 4x, right? So now you expect that the market here is either this market just get pushed out by force because you have seen that the smart money concept, they say some big men, just like heavy buyers, call it heavy buyers. Heavy buyers step into the market and then they decide to navigate through, understand that not all market they will capture, so they get it, push it out, right? After pushing it out, which is the initiation. Oh, wow, this is it. Now rally back up, and then next one, push to liquidate. some stop losses and all the like. After the liquidation, you want to see a very long candle that pushed out. All right, let me check if I can find something similar to that here. Okay, this is actually lower time frame. Probably will not be able to see that. So, but now, after the push out, okay. I said I was going to be shorting Bitcoin. Come on, this is, oh my word. I missed out of it because of this training. I gave an instruction to class. Oh my word. I said I was going to be shorting Bitcoin. Oh shit. So I'm going to be shorting Bitcoin. So, and I forgot. Oh man. Ah, man. Oh man, this is madness. Okay, so I've shot it already, but man. So if you look at it, I give an instruction, look at it on Plan B forum, down the general, where did I put it? It was on the portfolio arena. Okay, so if you can read the instruction I gave here, private mentorship, commentary. I sent it everywhere, I think so. It's a long time bearish, short time bearish. Expected the price action, yalla. And I said, look at where I say people short Bitcoin from. And then long from here. And then the chart was shown here. I really messed up, man. Okay, so but congratulations if you're in the trade already, because I told you guys that's going to happen, and that's what's going to happen to Bitcoin. And I'm sure you're following already, and the trade is rocking. Just that it's painful. I didn't come in on time, man. Well, so no problem. So Bitcoin now 63,000 plus. Make sense, guys? All right. So now, looking at it, so what we're doing, proud to this. Okay, now, so you see now the factor that make this to continue the way it's going now is actually not the initiation thing of a thing we're looking at. This is a general market move because of Bitcoin activities. Okay, so Bitcoin has pushed out of the region. I told everybody that's going to happen. So if you look at Bitcoin, that's what's happening on Bitcoin now. So let's go. Let me just even bring out Bitcoin. So if I've sold here and I was riding, I would just wait. That's what I would do. So, but in a normal, a good day, after this, like initiation, you quickly move back. So you will know if it's that, okay? So you quickly move back, fantastic. Push now, you can put further. Then that is what? Liquidation. And then next, we're going into the mitigation. That is after that, now it rallied up. All right? After rallying up, so you expect it to come back. So just like, I think I can use this one as an experiment. So after this, it come down. So, but let's use this guy as an experiment. the next one it will come down. So when you see most people, when they give you a signal, they actually do this. Let's take this one off. So you see them do like this. You see them create a mark on this candle that came down, which is like the liquidation, and they form another block. Right? So you expect that the market, as it rallied up, it should return back here. So, and that's a place of interest. So people pay attention to wait for when it return back here. Return back here, take all the other liquidity from here and start moving up. So when it start moving up, then that's where you are much interested in, because you want to take advantage of the return. So now it's coming down. This one, it come down and come lower than this. Then you have another drastic move up. So the movement have to be a very sharp one, not just a sluggish move, as it were. And then you now find another. So guys, I just like was telling us. So you can see fantastic Bitcoin, like I've said, that it was a crazy. Okay, so this is lovely for Bitcoin, because I already said that Bitcoin was a sell today. And I've been bearish on Bitcoin, so it's not now. So just that the movement, the continuation, as it were. Okay, so quite unfortunate. So this is why most time I do not have enough time to actually deal with issues. So it's not when market is moving, you deal with issues. You deal with issues awaiting the market to act. And then, so you can imagine when I have said everybody should set market to. Now, it's not as if I couldn't have sold earlier before then, but you want to be very sure of the setup that's going to happen. And if not that, I will have set at the time I saw that market, Bitcoin on daily time frame was a sell. That was from 60. Sorry, beg your pardon. All right, so today bias was from 64,900. 64,900. So if I go, let me go to 15-minute time frame. 64,900. 64,900. Okay, 65,000. So within that region. So the 64,900 by now. So let's look at it. So if you use 20x, you have done 40% already. And perhaps, of course, when Bitcoin is doing 1% of those kind of movement, I would rather want to, just for me to use Bitcoin as a gauge and go to other coins that have more propensity to give me more money. So I probably will have go to something like Bonk. And then by now give and take, doing average of, if it's 10 Ether or 70%, that's what it means. Okay, or Floki or other related tokens. Just as some of them too may want to get bullish, but I will want to see the one that have the same bias with Bitcoin, and then you are taking advantage of it. So that's it for the update, and then the market activities. I will do a lot of update for people on private mentorship, be with me, and all our subscribers to take note of the market movement and what's happening. And so why you need to pay attention to important updates every day, every now and then, and so that we can be on the same page. Right? So gold is a lovely guy. You know, I told the guys that gold was going to be buying more. Then we'll see what gold has done. And that's one of the things that you are trading, just need to pay attention to few things, not too many things. So doing too many things can give you a lot of hiccup, right? So that's one of the issues in the market. Okay, so please let's walk. The other side is synthetics. Synthetics, of course, is a country of its own, but it's still the same. Oh my word, oh my word. Oh my word. I actually set aside to enter this trade, and unfortunately, oh my word. Yeah, I was actually waiting for, so this low is taken out. So it become a double top, a double bottom. And then probably if you may still retest back to this point. So this is become the neckline. So you can now go to, so when you take the trade, you go and now check your structure. Because it has been, but overall performance of this coin was actually to be bearish, this instrument. And so we saw the movement and all of that. So at the end of the day, you just understand that sometimes you can be in trade and lose a lot of trade, right? And then that's not a problem. So looking at this guy, if you are even trading, you are scalping, not a swing trader. In all this movement, you can be making money. That's what I mean. Now, you can be making money in the sense that, look at it, this is a confirmation of now up. So up to this point, you have done how many pips? Either it's 16 pips, I don't know, right? So, and that's the pips sometimes you're looking for your Forex. So you have done it here easily. And now you can see, okay, it actually have retested. This is a retest. Now it's running up. If you break this line now, that's going to be a massive one and all of that. So if you go to 15-minute time frame, another thing is that you probably could have MACD to support you if the volume is even enough to move. So can you see? This is this. Return back. This is a breakout, and then look at your RSI to help you. So, but now there's volume, but there's a manipulation in the market for it. So you have to cross this beautifully for you to be happy. So if I was in here now, I will have taken my stop loss above this point and then continue to ride it. There are a whole lot of things, and that's why I would say the best signal is the one you created by yourself. So let me go to 15 minutes and see the way the structure looks like. Fantastic. So you can see in 15 minutes, can you see, guys? This is fantastic, right? This is the leg that came down and make it look like a double bottom now. So, but if you are on 15 minutes, you won't see this double bottom. Let's go to line chart. It won't look like that, right? So that's, we call it multiple time frame confirmation and all the like. So this is engulfing, then nevertheless, return back. So if I use this to add up to, so you can see that's actually breaking out. This guy too has actually moved as it were. So looking at it this way. So what you want to have beautifully is to be, if not, if this is not done, get it? Where am I having problem now? I'm going to have problem here. Okay? I'm going to have problem here. Right? This is 25 moving average. So I may get there and then get rejected. If I get rejected here, and look at this in consonance with this low. Can you see now? It was a low, and then this was a high. This will confirm bullish. If not, this is like a major pullback. If you break this point, you are waiting to break this. So this is a previous low. This is a previous high. Now this is a low. Now, when you break out of this point, break this, you begin to have a breakout of this, reject, and then you begin to have a high and a lower low will come, a higher low, and then a higher high next. So, but above all this, I cannot tell you that even upon these, where is it trading is a bearish trend trading that is still on. How do I know? Let's go to 1 hour time frame. Oh, excuse me. I need to check what this guy is doing. Is BT60 on track? Okay, still on track. Okay. So now this is And see that all of these, they are very significantly just like, now because this guy on its own had been a range market all this while. You can see, it had been a range since June 14th. Up till now, it's a range, and it broke out of this, right? Just now, recently. So you want to have a claim. So that means coming up here, we'll still return back here before eventually. This can take more days for this to confirm. But in between those time to have this happen, you will have made some money navigating to a lower time frame. That's exactly what I just did now. Then, but if you don't understand this, you just allow it to play out before you take any step. And that's why I just want us. But while he's doing this, you can make a whole lot of money. Because you can even navigate to 5 minutes, you will still see presentation of a nice another opportunity of entry. But of course, with 1 minute, you can do a whole lot of things. So you can see in 5 minutes, just almost similar. So you can see this double bottom very clearly. 5 minutes. So you can see now, struggling at this point, like I told us. Then after this point is this. But once it cross here, just to take up this high. But this is the most recent obvious high. This is low. This is lower low. Now it become equal low here now. So until we're able to break out, continue the journey up and all of that. So if you go to 1 minute, you are going to see similar structure you have just seen. Okay, so you can see now. Makes sense, right? So we want to have a rallied up, cross this point, then can be nice. So, but while doing this, you can take some risk, like taking risk here, take the money, and then adjust the stop loss. That's the essence of navigating to a lower time frame. You can find a sniper entry better, and then you can be protected more than when you adjust on a higher time frame. Does that make sense? All right. Okay, so that's it for now. More detail will be sent to us thereafter. Thank you. And so if you're following us on our forum, on YouTube, anywhere, just click on subscribe, then hit the like button. And all the necessary detail you need to register on some platforms, trading platforms, you can just go to the comment section. Like if you don't have document to do KYC, you can use Bluffing, and you can use Magex, and then those links are going to be provided, and then you can register to trade. Bye-bye.